This is actually scary. Hi, my name is Sorcha. I'm a nutritionist and healthy lifestyle blogger from Ireland. On my channel, I help make healthy living simple because it doesn't have to be difficult. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell if you haven't already, so you'll be notified whenever I put up any new videos. Today's video is all about what I eat in a day TikToks. Now, personally, I love TikTok. I could spend hours on TikTok, but I do find it kind of scary the amount of nutrition advice, bad nutrition advice that's on it. And also, what's even worse is the amount of young, impressionable people that are on it that take this advice. Now, what I eat in a day is basically people filming what they eat in a day. Some of them are very unrealistic. They're either way too much calories or not enough calories. And personally, I don't always like to look at the calories. I like to look at the types of food they're eating. And a lot of the time the food is very highly processed, a lot of fast food. And then the really healthy ones are foods that are very expensive and out of a lot of people's budget, and eating a days I find them very unrealistic. That's basically what I'm saying. And there's no happy medium when it comes to calories. It's either way too much or way too little. Just a quick disclaimer, I'm not personally calling out any individual creators on TikTok or anybody who puts up a what I eat in a day. I'm just saying that sometimes the what I eat in a days, they're not realistic, they're not healthy, and young, especially young teenagers who are maybe trying to lose weight, are seeing these really low calorie deficit diets that are going to cause damage. And then, as for the high calorie ones as well, a lot of fast food, a lot of high sodium, high saturated fat foods. So they're not promoting healthy diets, really. And they're not promoting realistic healthy diets. Without further ado, let's get into the videos. So I'm going to start at the one extreme, which is the a lot of calories. Now, I didn't realize this until now, but I've picked all females. Well, I think they're all females, but there isn't a lot of what I eat in a day's meals that I could find, so that's why. So this girl has got the Pizza Hut bundle. It goes over 6,000 calories, she says. So it shows her eating each slice, and she eats 8 slices. I already feel sick, and I love pizza. Yeah, she's really shoveling it down. And on top of that, she eats 7 breadsticks. Now, this is all from Pizza Hut. You get a bundle. That's already that's a lot of calories in one go. Never mind, that's more than you normally be eating in a day. And then she eats Alfredo pasta. So a lot of carbohydrates, and I like my carbs, but I couldn't eat that. And then to top it off, honey garlic bonus bites. And then I find this funny at the end. She shows everything empty and then water for balance. Yeah. So, what do I have to say about this meal? Very tasty, yeah, but for 6 people, not one person in one go. This video had a lot of views. It has 6.4 million views, and as when I last looked at it, she said that that was 6,000 calories. When I inputted it in, I got 4,292, which is still a lot. Uh, Maybe I didn't put in the right inch of pizza. Like, she doesn't tell exactly what kind of pizza, what size, but that's still a lot of calories. What I found scary in this was the amount of sodium that would be in that meal that she just ate. 9,276 milligrams is what I got. Now, as I told you, this is an approximate guess because I don't know the exact size of that pizza or what's on it, but I got this information from Pizza Hut website, so it's probably accurate enough. Your limit for a day is 2000 milligrams. So she's got over 4 times the amount of sodium that she should be having in a day in one sitting. Now, I wouldn't think she'd be eating much more after that. I couldn't. But that's a lot of salt. And high levels of salt in your diet can lead to heart attack, high blood pressure, stroke. A high sodium diet can also lead to osteoporosis because salt pulls calcium from our bones. Needless to say, that meal is also probably pretty high in saturated fat, trans fats. Um, it's probably not very high in essential fatty acids or any of the fiber or good um, vitamins and minerals that we want in our diet. But she didn't. It's a what I eat in a day, but she didn't say that's all she eats in the day. So I hope that she eats some vegetables or something. I don't know, something low calorie anyway, because I don't think you should have many more than that unless she's planning on running a marathon later on. Like I said, I'm not judging her though. I don't know her backstory. Maybe she is going to run a marathon later on. Um, she from the video you can't really see that much of her body shape, but looking at her other videos, she doesn't look overweight. She looks pretty healthy. Was this a joke? Maybe she didn't actually eat all this. I know from the comments there's some people saying this is a joke. She didn't actually eat all the pizza. You didn't see her. I know she showed the empty packets at the end, but that's what I mean. You don't know the whole story. Now for the next video. So she starts off with McDonald's. um, she eats, it says cheeseburgers, and she really means it. She eats 2 cheeseburgers with her fries. Yeah. So then she eats an Oreo McFlurry, spicy seafood salad, which sounds really nice. I love sushi. Oh my god. I was watching this and I got so hungry. Um, that's a lot of sushi as well. If she eats that whole platter, and it looks like she does. A hot pot, I'm not really sure what that is. And then that's like a kind of a tea, honey glazed biscuits, sweet and spicy wings, crayfish risotto. So you can see straight away that she doesn't include a lot of vegetables in that diet. And it is going to be quite high in calories, so yeah. So I calculated in that at 4,293 calories approximately, which is quite a lot. She doesn't, I don't know her activity level, I don't know her body weight or height, but even at that, that would be something that maybe a 6 foot whatever male athlete would maybe need in a day. Once again, due to all the processed food, it's really high in salt. Now, not as high as the last one, but still 6,347 milligrams. So that's about 3 times the amount that you should be having, which is 2,000 milligrams. It's also very high in sugar, 159 grams of sugar. You should have no more than 10% of your calories should come from added sugar. So that's quite a lot. And then saturated fat, 54 grams. There's no recommended daily amount of saturated fat, it's just as little as possible. So 154 grams is a lot. Saturated fat can actually lead to insulin resistance as well. A lot of people think high sugar does that, but saturated fat, it causes insulin resistance, which can lead to type 2 diabetes. Obviously, the high sodium as well leads to risk of heart attack, stroke, high blood pressure. So there's a lot of health risks in that. But like, you want to think about the vitamins and minerals and nutrients that she is lacking in this diet, because although there's a lot of food there, and a lot of calories, she is lacking in some really important nutrients. fiber being one of them. There's not a lot of fiber in that diet, so healthy gut, you need fiber for healthy gut. Her calcium and vitamin D intake is very low, so you need that for your strong bones and your healthy teeth, especially if she's a young woman growing. She needs Women are more prone to osteoporosis later in life, so calcium and vitamin D is very important. Although there's a lot of saturated fat, it's very low in omega-3 and omega-6 essential fatty acids, so the healthy fats. Also zinc, selenium, which is an antioxidant, vitamin C, which is an antioxidant, and iron. Iron's very important for girls especially because obviously periods, you lose blood and it can lead to anemia. Malnutrition doesn't just mean you don't get enough food. It means your body isn't getting the nutrients it needs to do its job. And that video had 2.7 million views. So this video, it starts off like pretty good. Like she's drinking her water. She has a turkey sandwich with some fruit. And blueberries, which are high in antioxidants. She has her caramel macchiato from Starbucks. Cookie dough cake pop. Yum. Then cheese dip. Now, it doesn't really show how much of that she eats. And then she has pizza. And then, like, at 1 o'clock in the morning, she decides to go to wherever that is and get mozzarella sticks. I think Subway and a meatball sub at 1 o'clock in the morning. So that diet is interesting. So before I go into the nutrition, I want to kind of look at some of the comments. So some of them are kind of joking with her. Girl, I just ate and now I'm hungry again. You seem like you love cheese. There's this made me full and I haven't even eaten anything. Late night run for fast food, thinking it was the gym. Actually, when I watched this video the first time, I thought, oh, she's going to the gym very late. Not so. Then one, and how are you still so thin? I do not understand. I also want cry face. So like what I mean, people are going to be watching this video and they're going to see that she's eating these fast foods and that she is still quite fit looking, like she's thin. We don't know if she's healthy or not. We only know what we see in the video. But people are going to be watching it, and maybe they're having trouble losing weight. Maybe they have a weight problem that they just can't seem to shift the weight, and they're eating as healthy as they can, and they're seeing people eating all this fast food, and they're like, "Why? That's not fair." But you don't know the whole story. Like you don't know this girl's whole story. So I calculated that at about 2,081 calories, which is pretty okay. Like in general, for most women, 2,000 around the 2,000 calories is a good kind of thing. But like I said, it's not all about the calories. Whether you're doing a calorie deficit or you're increasing your calories to put on weight, you need to think about the nutrients. You need to make sure you're getting the nutrients you need to be healthy. So once again, this diet, if you didn't already know, pretty high in sodium. So it has 3,718 milligrams of sodium approximately, which is over the limit. Not as bad as the other two videos that we looked at, but still quite a lot. It's also very high in chloride. So chloride is similar to salt, and you need no more than 800 milligrams a day. And this diet, it gives you 4,947 milligrams per day. So that's a lot more than 800 milligrams. Very similar to the other diet. It is low in fiber, it is low in vitamin D, low in zinc, low in selenium. That's because there's not a lot of vegetables or fruit in this diet, so you're lacking antioxidants. Also low in B vitamins and iron. It's also very low in healthy fats, so your omega 3 and your omega 6s. But in general, like if she made a few small changes to that diet, it would be a fine diet. Like if she maybe, I don't know, with the turkey sandwich at the start, maybe if she used whole grain bread, um, she got some antioxidants, yeah, from the fruit that she ate, the strawberries and the blueberries, but maybe adding some more fruit in as snacks during the day. Uh, the Subway at 1 o'clock in the morning, I don't know, like maybe just leaving that out. Uh, it's full. It was where most of the salt or the sodium and the chloride came from, and saturated fat. If she'd left that out and maybe added in something whole grain earlier in the day, then her diet would have been pretty good. Like it would have been a good diet. So yeah, the Subway sandwich let her down. Yeah. Now we're going to look at undereating. I tried to find the worst I could. I was spoiled for choice, to be honest. This one is pretty bad. So she starts off with like a berry smoothie at 11 o'clock. 2 p.m. she has some strawberries. 5 p.m. she has some carrot sticks, and I think this is like a burrito. And then she has some water, and that's it. Most of the comments said I would literally eat one that as a snack, and this is all one meal for me. I know 700 calories when I see it. I actually calculated this to be less than 500 calories, so 490 calories. Obviously, I didn't know exactly what's in the berry smoothie, but I knew it looked about no more than 200 mils of a smoothie. So, yeah, it's this is enough to feed my rabbit. Most of the comments here are telling her to eat more. Um, yeah, pretty much most of the comments are telling her to eat more, and that's called starvation. This is not a healthy amount of food. Somebody could be watching that video and they could be trying to lose weight and they could think, if I eat like this. And overeating is dangerous, yeah, but so is undereating. Another thing about this video is, now I'm not going to say the name of the or the username of the person, but they, if their username is true, they're a vegetarian teenager. So being a vegetarian or a vegan is great. A plant-based diet is known to have many health benefits, but becoming a vegetarian or vegan, you can't just cut out meat and animal products. You need to replace them with alternatives. You need to replace them with alternatives for your calcium, for your protein, just for the extra calories. You can't just cut out the foods. You need to replace them. That's so important. And because it says they're a teenager, obviously they haven't sought out professional advice on their diet, because no dietitian or doctor or nutritionist would ever tell somebody to eat that little, no matter how much weight they needed to lose. Now, this final video is also very low in calories. It was kind of hard to calculate it, but let's give it a go. So once again, starts off with a smoothie. Starts off with like toasted sandwich. I think it has like avocado and cucumber on it, and then kind of a salad bowl, and then some oranges. So once again, very little, and it says in the hashtags or the description that it's vegan and it's weight loss. So, and yeah, so it is vegan obviously, and it would definitely make you lose weight. Now, some good things about this diet is it is good. It has enough fiber, like you're reaching your 25 grams of fiber. It's low in sugar, and it's low in saturated fat, and it's low in sodium. But it needs more healthy fats. It needs more carbohydrate, definitely. A bit more protein, maybe. Like, where's the calcium, the iron, the zinc, all those minerals? And there's like no vitamin D in any of those foods that I can tell of anyway. So they are seriously lacking not only in calories but in a lot of important nutrients. Looking at the comments as well, the comments on this one was kind of scary. There was one person who said, "This made me realize I eat too much." Um, Now, as an Irish person and somebody who's naturally sarcastic, I thought, "Oh, this person's taking the mickey." Like, but then I looked at the comments and realized that a lot of people were agreeing with them, saying, "Oh yeah, I eat too much as well. Like, seeing this, I definitely need to eat less." And unless they're all joking, uh, are they serious? Like, watching this, do they not realize that that's not enough food for a person? Um, it's barely enough food for a toddler. Then there was somebody who said, "This made me realize I don't eat enough." And the creator replied, "Food is fuel." So I'm a bit confused, really. If they know that food is fuel, why are they eating so little of it? Um, if obviously, like I said, I don't know the whole story. Maybe they are recovering from an eating disorder, and but then why would they be putting weight loss as a hashtag in their description? So it's these videos, they don't give the full story, which can be dangerous. Other comments said, "This is how I wish I could eat every day, maybe when I'm rich." Now I have to say, like, the meal, especially the one with the beans and like the rice, it looked really good. Uh she could have added a bit more. I don't know if it's he or she could have added a bit more rice to it. But it looked great. Like, um but that's the thing. A lot of people seem to think these foods are expensive. Most of those foods that was in that video wouldn't be that expensive, really. Like, I think they were cannellini beans. As far as I know, they're not that expensive. Like, you get them in a can. Then cucumber and like vegetables are usually not that expensive. Smoothies or just berries and that. So it's the perception that eating healthy is expensive when it's not. You can check out my budget meal planning video and I can show you how eating healthy isn't expensive. Uh, just maybe requires some planning. And then just a final comment on this one. Somebody said, "Does that actually fill you? I eat all that together for breakfast." Yeah, most people would. And then the creator replied, "Haha, yes, I'm busy during the day, so I'm not really thinking about food that much." Which is, it's understandable. A lot of the time, I'm so busy that I forget to eat. And then when I realize that I've forgotten to eat, I realize how hungry I am. But you need food for energy. So if you are having a busy day, you need to make sure you're giving your body that fuel it needs to carry out all those tasks. So if that person is busy during the day, they really should be trying to make time to eat more or pack more into the meals that they are eating. Those snacks like that oranges in, I think it was the evening time, they could have added more to that to bulk up their calories and just bulk up everything. So that was a lot. I could have been here like for hours going through videos, but those are the ones I chose. The videos at the start, I would say a lot of processed food, a lot of fast food, and then the videos at the end, a lot of healthy food, but just not enough of it. If there was like an in between, that's great. But in general, taking nutrition advice or diet advice from social media platforms like TikTok or Instagram, unless they are from registered dietitians or nutritionists, people who are given realistic nutrition advice that is scientifically backed up. And most of the time, this diet advice is being given by people who are just into fitness. They They don't have any qualifications behind them, and they aren't looking at scientifically backed advice either. So it's kind of like the blind leading the blind. They're giving bad advice to people who don't know that it's bad advice, and then them people are giving it to, yeah. So it's a chain reaction that's not a good one. They can also make you feel kind of self conscious about your diet. Like if you look at the ones that are showing all this really colourful, healthy food, and you think, oh, I don't eat like that, I eat really unhealthily. And maybe you don't, maybe you just have treats every so often. Maybe you think, oh, my diet's, I need to improve it, I need to be more like them. So it can make you feel very self conscious sometimes. They can also glamorize eating large amounts of fast food, processed food, and that's not healthy either. I know when I was watching the videos with the pizza that I really wanted pizza. I'm not gonna lie. Um, so yeah, it can encourage people to eat more non-healthy foods as well. Most importantly, like I said 1,000 times by now, you don't know the full story. You don't know what that person's background is. You don't know what their activity level is, their weight, their height, unless they tell you. Unless they have loads of videos up already and you see that they're really, really active, and you see that they give you, tell you their weight, they show you their height, they, like, you know, all those things. um you also don't know emotionally what's going on in that person's life as well. um but just realize that if the way you're eating makes you happy and makes you feel good, then it's healthy. That's all. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and let me know in the comments if you'd like me to do more TikTok review videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.